minders and different human beings in the earth. If you are new here, consider subscribing, and if you are not, welcome back. Guess whose birthday is it today? Yes, it's mine. Time flies so fast I haven't realized I'm becoming another year older. For my birthday, I decided to why not make a video as a way for giving you all a gift. Technically, it's not my birthday when I'm doing this. It's one day before my birthday, but I'm uploading this in my birthday, so it still counts. I just can't edit tomorrow. I have so much to do. I need to celebrate, you know. Also, if you know me personally, please don't share my age. Thank you. Anyways, for my birthday special, I give you your K-pop unpopular opinions. I found these on Reddit and have asked you all on Instagram, and I will be reading it and will give you my thoughts about it. Just a quick disclaimer before we get into it. These are not my opinions. They're from different people on the internet, so please don't attack me once I have read these opinions. I am simply saying what I have to say in these opinions. If you try to attack me and my channel and any artist I have mentioned, you don't know what I'll do with you. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's get started. Eugene and Yeji's Mix and Max was an underwhelming smoke show. I agree and disagree. Their performance is definitely good. It has a lot of moments and it definitely had good performance. The girls looked good as always and the dancers did very good as well. My initial problem with the performance was probably because it didn't really wow me and it never really felt like a dance performance in my opinion. Also, my initial problem with this concept of Mix and Max is that it's from the same group. It would be much better if they invited two artists from different groups to perform together, but that's just me. I watched it and I was like, okay, and clicked off. So I half agree and half disagree. I don't like people who bias someone just for their looks. I agree. Visuals are always overlooked as being equal to talent, and I find that absurd, considering you can't really buy something with a face. But I do have to agree that the public does favor visuals over talent because of course marketing. You need to have 2 or 3 people who fits the Korean beauty standards because visuals matter in Korea. If you don't have a visual in your group, there's a possibility that your group would be promoted better. They won't have sponsors and getting more opportunities. Winner's voice is not suitable for singing high notes. I agree. I actually wanted to put this in my conditions video, but I guess I'll have to explain it here. Winner's voice is good. It's very soothing and very soft, and I can really see why people say she's main vocalist material. But I do have to agree that her belting is not it. There are some songs where she sort of ruins some of the end choruses because she belts these notes that are clearly out of her range. Winner's voice is very thin, and if not out of her range, it may come as very piercing and can come out as irritating. I remember listening to Dreams Come True, and I felt annoyed at Winter's high notes because it was so unnecessary. It even gave me the urge to rip my headphones off. Just give the high notes to Ning Ning and we'll all live our happy lives. Thank you. Now this opinion is from Lisa Love. Hello Tanya. Irene's visuals overshadows her talent. I agree. It's such a shame that every time people talk about Irene, is that they always notice visuals rather than how talented she is. I mean, sure, I do agree that Irene is pretty much one of the prettiest women I've ever seen in my life. There's still so much more to her than her face and how she always looks. When I look at Irene, I always see a talented woman who can sing, rap, and dance, and pretty much step me and I would thank her. And I hope people see that as well. Mia should have just been debuted as a soloist. While I do like to see Mia becoming a soloist someday, there are some perks that can come up as disadvantages. Even though she has strong stage presence and is extremely talented, she definitely needs a group to back her up to make her shine. There are some groups where some group members may look like they'll suit a soloist, but at the end they really need their group members so they can shine. Yua is just promoting Mia more, so that's why we see her as a soloist, but if you see her with a group, she really admits being an Everglow. Don't let K-tubers decide if you should like a song or not. Yes, I agree. Do not let strangers in the internet decide whether you will like or dislike a song. If we say we don't like a song or we do love a song, those are just our opinions, and those would never be invalid in your daily life. All we say is just based on our own thoughts, so please don't use it as a gospel and make you believe you hate the song too. It personally depends on your own musical taste. Lisa is not the best female main dancer. Yes, finally somebody said. Okay, before all of you will be after my head, let me say this. Lisa is very overhyped in terms of her dancing skills. Because there are many dancers that in my opinion are better dancers than her. Like, are we going to act like Sungyeon from CLC doesn't exist? Like, are we going to act like Suwa from Dreamcatcher is not dancing so she can pay her rent? Are we going to act like Sugi or Momo isn't a thing? And if you're going to about dancer ranking videos. The reason why those people say she's the best female main dancer because Blinks won't hunt them down if they say she isn't. Next is an opinion from Minnesota, aka Maddie. Hi Maddie. EXO has the most overrated discography in K-pop. Oh damn, that's a good one. First off, I don't stand EXO. I mean, sure, my bias is Dio, but I never really got into them as much as I wanted to, and I think the main reason is because their discovery isn't really it for me. I mean, I love Monster and Love Shot is iconic, but I do agree that their discography is hyped more than it could have been quality-wise, and isn't that good as people say it is. Not voting doesn't make you a bad fan. Yes, I agree. Fans be voting so hard to the point they skip class just so their fans can vote. Sometimes you can't do everything as a fan. Being a fan is not a job, it is not some sort of big responsibility, so it's okay if you don't do everything so your faves can reach big. It isn't necessary to consume all content. I agree. There are many fans who consume all their faves' contents. There are some cases where they don't even like the content they're consuming, but they'll still like it and eat it up because it's from their faves, and it's just so tiring and exhausting to see. For example, I haven't consumed anything that BTS has put out ever since they released Dynamite. I don't know, the way the boys present themselves seem a bit plastic, like they're hiding themselves in front of a shell. But that's just on me. Anyways, we should not be able to consume everything. It's not necessary. Not all K-pop groups are close. I agree. There are some cases where we are surprised with all those scandals that happen because we always believe that K-pop groups are so close. I keep hearing people saying being left out is fine. That's what friendship is. No, it's not. Being out of place in your group of friends is wrong. It's impossible that you have been living for many years in life and you still haven't pissed people off or people haven't been pissed because of you. Think about K-pop groups as if they're your classmates. You know them, but that's just about it. You don't know them personally or you don't like them, and finally, they are all complete strangers for you that does the exact same thing for something important. Now, this opinion is from my friend Arts. Hi Arts! Just because you don't like a certain group doesn't mean that it isn't allowed for them to be successful or a new group. You don't determine if they have any level of success unless you tell a lot of people to stop streaming their music. If the group has the funds, they aren't going anywhere. I agree. I believe we do not have the right to call a group unsuccessful just because we dislike them or we do not like their music. All groups deserve to be successful in their own way because they worked hard in debuting and worked hard in becoming idols. We should not be able to determine any level of their success and judge them based on our disliking of them, because that is wrong. All groups are capable of success, and their success does not revolve around you. Wonyoung hate? I have something to say, and this is about Wonyoung. Wonyoung should not be hated for basically breeding. It's so annoying to see that she was even hated for eating a strawberry, or even hated for throwing a ball. Like, I swear, people have too much time in their lives. First off, why are you hating on a 17-year-old girl? Hating people isn't some aesthetic. Don't hate people that you don't know personally just because you guys are jealous about her fame, because you can't personally accept that this 17-year-old girl has been in 2 successful groups and is thriving. Now, this opinion is by Laura. Oh, hi Laura! NRIX is the best in their generation. While I do agree that the girls are talented and deserve being called a match and absolutely amazing despite being rookies, I don't think they are the best in their generation. I want to say 2 things that are trying to distance me on that opinion. 1. They literally just debuted. I can't say they are leading a generation when they literally just got into the game and haven't even shown us their full potential yet. Sure, we know what they are capable based on the pretty rude content, but they can still be able to improve and flourish, so it's way too soon to call them the best in their generation. Second is that they're not the only group in this generation. There are many groups in this generation that are extremely talented, and they are in the greatest competition when it comes to doing aerobatic gymnastics just to be able to be better, if not the best. I also have to point out that there are more groups that are debuting, and in my opinion, there are too much debuting to the point where K-pop becomes a red ocean trying to be able to get together so we can't be washed through the waves. So I disagree with that opinion. I hope you understand. Now that that's over, let's take a moment and watch a video that I have created. This is for myself and for all of you. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to you. For you.